Hi everyone, thanks for clicking this video. What you're about to see is a full body workout which you can do in your own home with limited space and a very small amount of equipment, or you can just use body weight if you prefer. If you're all ready and warmed up and stretched and good to go, then go ahead and skip to the 15-minute mark for the full workout. The workout itself is only around about 10 minutes long, but this video does include a full joint mobilization, warm-up stretching routine, as well as a cool down and stretch afterwards. Let's do it. Okay, a couple of quick things before we get started. As always, make sure you stay nice and hydrated. I've got a bottle of water to one side. Make sure you have a nice, little bit of space to work out in. You're not going to knock anything over or anything like that. And in this workout, we are going to be using a tiny bit of equipment. So for example, I have a backpack here which I've put a couple of weights in, a couple of 2 kilogram dumbbells. I've also got some other objects to one side which we're going to be progressively overloading each set. So I'm going to add weight to this backpack as we go. We're going to be using this for our squats and for our curls. Try and find something similar, whether you have dumbbells or if not, use this idea or something similar. Okay, so before we can go into our full body workout, we need to do a full body warm up. What I like to do is start with mobilizing the joints, just to avoid any joint pain in the coming days, and then move on to warming up the muscles by raising the heart rate, doing some stretches, and taking it from there. So make sure you've got space out to one side where you can put your arms out, and then slowly rotate the shoulders backwards, gradually making those circles wider and wider. A couple more times. And then forwards, nice and easy, nothing too strenuous just yet. Couple more. And shake it off a little bit, over the neck a little bit. One there, feet side wide underneath the foot, arms out, and you're going to twist at your core, make sure your back leg follows you, so twist on the ball of your foot, and then back, and again, nice and slowly. Do 5 things on each side. 3. One more each side. There we go. Shake that once again. Now with the legs, then you can look to the back side. Nice and easy. One more each side. And now bring your right knee up and around, and then follow with the left. Just warming up the hip joints. One more, and shake it off a little bit. Now the next one is what I like to call walkout burpees. So what you're going to do is make sure you've got some space in front of you and above. High as you can on your tiptoes, and then come down, bend your knees. Walk your hands out until you're in a plank position. Split second there. Walk your hands back in. And that's one. So we'll do 4 more of those. If you're anything like me, you'll hear your shoulders cracking, and your wrists, knees. Last one. Hold for a couple of seconds, and then down to your knees. From here, hands directly under your shoulder, knees directly under your hips. And you're going to bring your left arm forward and your right leg backwards, keeping the core nice and tight, and then bring it in, back out. That's 1. 2 more. And then back to start position and swap. And up to your knees. And roll this. Now that we have the joints all warmed up, we're going to move on to a bit more of a strenuous warm up to raise the heart rate and get the muscles warmed up as well. Okay, So we're going to try and stay nice and light on my feet for a couple of reasons. One, just better for you. Two, I live in a second floor flat, so I'm trying to be mindful of the downstairs neighbours. So first exercise now one, we're just going to slight jog, barely lifting your feet off the floor, just shifting your weight from side to side. We're going to try and raise that heart rate slowly, we don't want to raise it too quick. 5 more seconds of this. Stay nice and loose, let your arms kind of sway. From here we're going to move into butt kicks, so start to bring heels up towards your backside, nice and easy, not too strenuous at this stage. So you want to be staying on the balls of your feet, not letting your heels touch the floor every time. A couple more seconds, and then we're going to move into high knees, so keep your core nice and tight. And like I say, try to stay on the balls of your feet. Keep that core nice and tight. And from here we're going to move into star jumps. Couple more. And shake it up. Just try to stay nice and loose while we're warming up. Now we're going to try and warm up those arm muscles. So, down to your mat. We're going to do some press ups. We're going to cheat because we are just warming up, so by all means stay on your knees for this stage. But make sure your form stays correct, so hands directly under your shoulders, keep your core nice and tight. 2. Couple more. Stretch it out a little bit, back to your feet, shake it off a little bit, and then we're going to move into squats. Feet slightly wider than shoulder at the bar, all nice and tight, down, nice and easy. One more, and shake off. Alright, last one, probably first round of the warm. One foot in front of the other, keep your core nice and tight, fists up, and you're going to swing your back leg directly out in front of you, keeping your back leg perfectly straight. Nothing too strenuous at this stage. One more. Switch legs. One more. And move back into a light jog. Try and stay nice and loose. So you should feel the breathing getting a little bit heavier, getting a little bit warmer, heart rate starting to rise a little bit, ready for some stretches. Bring your feet up again, butt kicks, a couple more seconds, the high knees, a couple more seconds, and then we're going to shake it off, do another couple of quick rounds, baby press ups and squats. We're going to 8 this time, hands under your shoulders, core nice and tight. One more. And back up to your feet. Feet shoulder width apart, core nice and tight. Make sure your backside goes backwards. When you're doing squats, tendency is to try and lean forward. You want to avoid that. Try and keep your shoulders up as high as you can, and your upper body as straight as you can. Alright, shake it off a little bit. We'll do a few more leg swings. This time we're going to do 10. The first 5, take it easy, and the second 5, you're going to give it a bit more effort. So, one leg in front of the other, core nice and tight, fists up, keep that back leg perfectly straight. That's 2. Now we're going to put a bit more effort in. The last 2, high as you can. Alright. Take it off, switch legs. 5 easy ones. Bit more effort now. For the last to as high as you can. There we go. Alright, shake it off a little bit. Let's grab a drink and we'll do some stretches. Okay, so we're going to do 5 or 6 different stretches to get each major muscle group warmed up, each major muscle group ready for exercise. First stretch is going to be stretching the chest and shoulder area. What you're going to do is put your hand on the wall or another object just above shoulder height and then gently twist until you feel a stretch across the top of your chest towards your shoulder. Doesn't need to be much of a stretch to really feel it. Give it a couple more seconds and you're going to switch. A few more seconds and shake it off. Next stretch, bring one arm across under your chin. Place your other forearm across that and pull it into yourself. You should feel that stretch primarily in the shoulder, but also potentially down the back of your arm and on your chest as well, depending on where you're the most, the tightest. Switch arms, hold it nice and close. Very important to warm up and stretch before you do any exercise, especially if you're going to be using weights, etc. Alright, shake it off a little bit. Next one arm up as high as you can. Bend at the elbow, keeping your bicep as close to your ear as you can, and bringing the forearm down behind your hip. Put your hand on your elbow and pull it in. Feel that stretch down the back of your arm. Because we're going to be doing press-ups, these stretches are particularly important. So we're going to do them after the exercises as well. There we are, shake it off, put it on. About you, whenever I look at workouts on YouTube or Instagram or whatnot, see all sorts of weird and wonderful stretches. You really don't need to overcomplicate it. There's a few very, very important stretches to do, a few important muscles to stretch, and there's 100 different ways to stretch them. Why complicate it, in my opinion? Keep it simple and easy to follow. Shake it off a little bit. Alright, now, feet wider than shoulder width apart. Keep your core nice and tight. Arms out to the side. And you're going to twist over to one side until your training arm is vertical. You should feel that stretch all up your glutes and your core. Couple of seconds. Top to the side. Couple of seconds. Now moving on to the legs. We'll do 2 different types of hamstring stretch. First one, feet way wider than shoulder width apart. Try and keep your legs straight. Bend the hips and only go as far as you can. So if that's just here, that's absolutely fine. You can go a little bit further than by all means do so. You should feel that stretch down the back of the legs, maybe on the insides of the legs as well. Like I say, only go as far as you feel comfortable. You should feel the stretch, but it shouldn't be particularly painful. We'll hold this one for a little bit longer. More seconds and back up. Shake your legs up a little bit. Now, balancing on one leg, you're going to bring your foot up to your backside, hold it with your hand, find a way to balance, and squeeze so that the stretch the quad muscle in front of your leg. Couple more seconds. Bend standing knee if you can, ever so slightly, just to get that extra stretch, and then shake it off. Swap legs, find the balance, more seconds, and then slightly bend the knee if you can. Shake it off. Alright. Joints are mobilised, body's all warmed up, heart rate's a little bit higher, feeling nice and warm. Major muscle groups are all stretched. ready for our workout. Now, we're going to keep it very, very simple. We're going to be doing 3 different exercises: squats, press-ups, and curls. So we're working our legs, our chest and triceps, and then with the curls, the back and the biceps. Alright? We are going to be using, like I mentioned earlier, we are going to be using some equipment just to make each set a little bit harder than what before. So the first set we're going to be doing just body weight squats only, regular press-ups only, and then we're going to be using, I'm going to be using the backpack, you can use whatever you like, with the lowest weight that we have. Alright, so in my case it's going to be about 5 kilograms in total. We're going to be doing 5 sets altogether, and each set is going to be 8 reps. No rest in between the exercises. So squats, press-ups, curls, then a rest, 5 times. Each set getting progressively harder. If, by all means go at your own pace and only progress the sets if you feel like you can. If you feel like the particular set we've done was, very, very difficult, stick with that, or even regress back to the lower weight if you need to. Don't push yourself unless you feel, pretty confident that you're going to accomplish the full 8 reps in the next set. Okay, so first set of 5, starting with squats. Feet shoulder width apart, core nice and tight. Make sure your backside goes backwards and your knees do not progress over your toes. Try and keep your shoulders up as high as you can. We're going to be doing 8 reps. Ready? Let's go. The aim is to get your backside, your hips, as low as your knees. It's 4, 5, 6. One more. Shake it off a little bit. Moving into press-ups. Hands directly into your shoulders, core nice and tight. Make sure you're not arching your back or dipping your hips. 8 if you can. Go. One more. Feet, shake it off a little bit. Moving into curls. Like I say, I'm using a backpack for this. 8 in total. Go. You keep the core nice and tight. Nice slow and controlled movements, not using momentum. One more. And take a breather. While we try to drink. While we're having a break, I'm going to add some weight to the backpack. In fact, I'll change my mind. We'll leave that to one side for now. I'm going to leave it a small amount of weight for the first set of squats. First set of weighted squats. Okay, so second set, squats. Feet shoulder width apart. Now that I'm weighted, that should help me keep my chest up as high as I can. It's still very important to concentrate on maintaining form. Better to have correct form and do less reps or less weight. Ready? Go. When you're squatting, walk. So if you don't have your legs come on diagonally, you don't want to be going in there. Press up. Now to make this set slightly harder, what we're going to do is hands wider than shoulder width apart. In my case, the edge of the mat. Ready? Go. Remember, lean off your back, go nice and tight. That's it. Now I'm going to add the weight to the last skills. Put in the bottle of water. Okay, 8, that's all. Keep the core nice and tight, your back straight, and not arching your back in order to make it easier to lift the weights. 2 more. Okay, you grab a drink. Make sure to stay mobile in between the sets. You don't want to stand still for too long. Okay. Set number 3. So I've already added a little bit of extra weight to the backpack from the second set. It's going to be ideal for the next set of squats. Like I say, if you don't feel confident adding weight, it's absolutely fine. Until next time, what you do head after that. Better to have correct form in the body injury than it is to try and artificially boost your numbers. So, feet shoulder width apart. Remember what I said, it's okay to have your legs bent diagonally outwards, it means diagonally outwards. You don't want them caving in while you're squatting. Let's go. One. See how my knees are pointing outwards? Lost count, I think it's 2 more. Okay. Press ups. This time, what I'm going to be doing is having my hands closer together. And last time we had them wider apart, closer together, so your hands are almost touching. Keep your core nice and tight. Don't arch your back. 1, 2. And take a breather. Personally, I find those types of press-ups the most difficult of the three. So what I'm going to be doing for sets 4 and 5 is going back to wide press-ups and then back to what we call diamond press-ups or close arm press-ups or whatever. Do a quick sip. We've got a set before. Oh, forgot my pills. Forgot my pills. A good one for the glute section. So, just added some more weight to my bag. 8 reps of curls. And that's it. Okay. Now we'll have a look at you. 2 more sets, so we're more than halfway there. So we've already added weight to the bag for a 4th set of squats. Okay. Feet shoulders apart, corners tight, backside goes backwards. Knees do not encroach over your toes, that's the key. Go. 4. 2 more. Alright. Back to wide arm press ups. Almost tight. And not forgetting curls. Again. Basic control. The only part of your body that should be moving is your arms. You won't be rocking back forward. 1 more. Alright. 1 more little break and then we'll move into the last set. This is going to be the most difficult set. Full bag with squats, close arm press ups, the next exercise, and then the curls. Because I don't have any more weight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple of those bottles out and do single arm curls. 8 on each arm. You'll slightly heavier weight per arm than the one extra step. So, last set. What you can do to make this even more difficult if you want is pause slightly at the bottom or slower your downward movement. Let's go. By slowing down, basically increasing the amount of time the muscles or the tension. Commonly referred to as time under tension. That basically just puts more strain on the muscle, causing it to grow. Okay. Last set of press ups. Close arm press ups for me. Do it if you can. Go. Two more. Whew. Okay. out. I'm moving into 2 dumbbells, 1 bottle of water, single lock. Okay, I'm going to place my hand behind my back like this, just keep my back nice and steady. No momentum, just your arm only. Go. One more. Shake it off. Oops. Switch arms. Two more. And my turn. Whew. So, shake it off a little bit. Stay nice and well for a minute or 2 to let your body cool down naturally. Temptation when you finish the workout is to sit down, lie down, stand still, lean against the wall, something like that, to kind of get your breath back. It's the worst thing you can do. You want to let your body cool down slowly, gradually. You don't want to come to a standing stop. So keep shaking your joints, your limbs every couple of seconds, and don't forget to hydrate. Okay. Alright, we'll do a few stretches to make sure that we don't feel in too much pain later on. Before that though, we'll just roll our shoulders backwards just like we did at the start, and forwards, starting small, getting wider. Shake it off a little bit, pull the wrists a little bit, and then we'll twist them side to side. One more each side. Bring the heels up a couple of times each side, and then we'll do those hip rotations again. One more each side. And shake it off. Okay. So for our post-workout stretch, we're basically going to repeat what we did before the workout, okay? So remember the first stretch was for our chest, hand on the wall, slightly higher than shoulder width, so your arm is kind of slightly upwards, and then turn to the side. Now realistically you should be able to stretch a tiny bit further than you did in the pre-workout stretch, because your muscles are very, very warm now. So we're going to hold for a couple of seconds longer for each stretch than we did first time round. Now shake it off a bit. Switch arms. Few extra seconds on each stretch. Shake it up. Okay. Next one. Bring the one arm to your chin. We're getting close. All those press-ups that we did basically worked our muscles in our chest, shoulders, and triceps. Muscle at the back of your arm. So that's what we're stretching out now. Chest, shoulders, and triceps. Shake it off a little bit. Switch arms. Four more seconds. Shake it off. Next one. One more. Bend the elbow. And then pull it in close. More seconds. Shake it off. Switch arms. And shake it off. Alright, next one. Feet nice and wide, core nice and tight. Bend to the side until your arm is vertical. Keeping your core tight. So we haven't done any direct core exercises today. Quite often in workout videos you'll see a core section added on to the end of the workout, planks, crunches, etc. We haven't done that today, but every exercise that we have done, we've been engaging our core to keep ourselves balanced. So So we have indirectly work the core. Basically everything you do in your life indirectly works your core. So as long as you maintain that, you know, when I say keep your core nice and tight when you're doing your squats, that will be adding to those core muscles. So next stretch is going to be hamstrings. We're going to do 2 different hamstring stretches. I think I said that at the start and we forgot to do the second one. I forgot to do the second one, so we'll do that one in a second. But first of all, feet much wider than shoulder width, bend at the hips. Once again, you may well be able to bend slightly further than you did before the workout because your legs are nice and warm. You only go as far as you feel comfortable. Keep your legs straight. You should feel that on the back of the legs, will probably be inside as well, I certainly can. And this time what we're going to do is we're going to move from there over to the left, ever so slightly. Couple of seconds there. Back to the centre and over to the right. Couple of seconds there. Back to the centre. Now at this point you may be able to stretch slightly further. Couple of seconds and back up nice and gently. Step it out a little bit. So I mentioned that second hamstring stretch that mysteriously vanished in the pre-warm-up workout stretch. One foot slightly further forward than the other. Both legs nice and straight. Pick a point on the wall to look at. Keep your core nice and tight and bend slightly at the hips, keeping both legs both feet planted, both legs straight. You don't need to bend very far. Look at how little I'm stretching forward, but I can tell you the hamstring in your front leg is being stretched a lot. It doesn't take much. Give it a couple of seconds. Go back. Couple of seconds rest. And back forward again. So you don't need to bend far. So that stretch will engage. And back to the start position, so legs, nice and simple. One of the easiest stretches, but one of the most effective as well. Front leg straight, back leg straight, pick your point on the wall, lean forward towards it, so you feel that stretch. A couple of seconds. Back. Once again, nice and easy. Couple of seconds. And open. Shake it off. Quad stretch. Just like last time, bend your palms, grab your foot, knees together, squeeze, pull your foot into your backside. Couple of seconds. I'm going to hold it for slightly longer than the first time around. Just keeping an eye on the clock, so I'm getting a sofa delivered today. I mean, for good content, I'm going to halfway through a workout and delivery guys come boarding in. I've got 5 minutes, right. Keep your core nice and tight, keep your balance if you can. If you lose your balance, take a second, start again, no harm there. Once again, we're going to hold it for a tiny bit longer. And shake it off. So, we're going to do 2 more stretches that we didn't visit in the first part of the workout. First one is going to be a hamstring stretch, a hip flexor stretch. So that's the muscle that runs kind of from your core, the right side of your core down towards your thigh. Quite often ignored in workout videos. So we're going to stretch that today. So what you're going to do is take a big step forward, big bend in the knee, and you're going to keep your back leg perfectly straight. Okay, so you're going to be on your toes, heel off the floor, back leg perfectly straight. Keep your knee in line with your ankle, or your heel, and do everything you can to keep that back leg straight. And you should feel that stretch down here. You'll probably feel it in other parts of your legs as well, especially seeing as we've done a few exercises. So give it a few seconds. And then if you can, lean on that knee with the left arm, bring your right arm down, keep that back leg straight. You might have to shuffle your foot back a couple of inches. A couple of seconds there. And then stretch even further if you can, just for another couple of seconds before you then come back up. Shake it off a little bit, and we're going to switch legs. So, big step forward, back leg perfectly straight, front leg, knee bent over the ankle and the heel. And then lean on that knee, bring your hand down, a couple of seconds here. If you can for the last couple of seconds, and then back up. shake your legs off a little bit. Right, last stretch we're going to do. I'm trying to think of how I can show you this. I'm just going to move the camera. Whoops. That was nearly a disaster. So, last stretch before we're finished. Place your hands on the wall, step forward, back leg nice and straight, plant your heel into the floor, and you're basically going to try and push your heel and your back foot through the floor. You should feel that stretch up the bottom of your back leg for a couple of seconds, and then relax, step back, switch legs, plant your heel into the floor. Couple more seconds. And shake it off. And we're done. There we have it. Full body workout, including a full body mobility and warm up and a stretch before and after. Don't forget to stay nice and hydrated after your workout as well as before and during. Now's a good time to grab your protein shake or your protein snack or what have you. And we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Alright, thanks for watching everyone. Hope you enjoyed the workout today. It is my aim with this YouTube channel to prove that fitness is for everyone. It is very easy and very accessible for the average person to get in an effective workout within their own home without overcomplicating it. We'll hopefully see you again soon, and until next time, take it easy.